Hey there, Julie.
Hi Donovan, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. Hey, we missed you at the HOA meeting last night, and we heard you were sick.
Turns out, yeah, I'm recovering from West Nile virus. Have you ever heard of that?
No, never.
Yeah, you get it from a mosquito bite.
Mosquitoes?
I didn't even know we had mosquitoes in Orange County.
Neither did I.
Luckily, I got the less severe form of the disease, and so since then, I've really learned a lot about mosquitoes and how I can protect myself and my family.
Well, tell me more.
After I found out I had West Nile virus, I had an inspector from the Orange County Vector Control District inspect my house to see if I had any mosquito problems. During the inspection, this is what the inspector told me. Hello?
Hi, I'm Carolyn from Vector Control.
Oh, excellent. I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie. You called about a potential mosquito problem on the property. You might be seeing some mosquitoes.
Yeah, I was getting bit, and I'm not sure if they're coming from my property, so I wanted someone to take a look around to see if there could be any mosquito sources here.
Yeah, let's definitely walk around the property and see if we can't find some mosquito breeding sources for you.
All right, excellent. Come on in. So come with me and let's take a look at my backyard.
Okay. Oh, I'd just like to point this out to you, Julie. If this gets filled up with debris, it can start holding water. And
Okay.
that's going to breed mosquitoes on you. So you might want to put a cap on this or something that will allow this to drain for you, but it won't allow the debris to get inside there.
What about like a screen? Would a screen be okay?
Yeah, I think a screen would be great.
Okay, great. I can take care of that easy, no problem.
Okay. You can tell they're already holding rainwater.
Okay.
And the warmer it gets, the faster mosquitoes breed.
Okay.
So we can actually have them go from an egg to an adult within a week. So we want to always keep this stuff tipped over. If you're not using it all the time, you know,
Okay.
I'm going to tip this out for you.
Okay.
You might want to consider keeping these things upside down like this if you're not using them on a regular basis.
Okay.
That way you don't have to worry about things so much.
Okay, yeah, that's easy to do too. Okay, perfect.
All right, where else should we go? Oh, the dog bowl too. You just want to be careful. I mean, most people change their dog water every day, but sometimes, you know, we forget, but make sure that that's changed at least a couple times a week.
Okay, yeah, that's easy to do. No problem.
Okay, great.
Mosquitoes are most active at dusk through dawn. When you are outside during this time, you should wear light-colored, loose-fitting, long-sleeve shirts, long pants, and closed-toed shoes. The inspector told me loose and light can stop the bite. There are also a number of other ways you can protect yourself from being bit by mosquitoes. First of all, you can dump out any standing water in any containers, which can include pots, buckets, wheelbarrows, basically anything that can hold water.
How often do I need to dump out the water? I don't have time to do this every day, and it seems like a big hassle.
Actually, it's pretty easy. It takes about a week for mosquitoes to go from egg to adult, so you need to check your yard at least once a week. You only really need to be on alert after it rains or when you water with the sprinklers. But if you don't have anything in your yard that can hold water, then you don't have to check it as often. Make sure water in pet bowls or bird baths get replaced every couple of days so it doesn't become a source for mosquito eggs. If you have an ornamental fountain or pond on your property, or an unused spa or pool, you can add mosquito fish to the water source and they will eat any mosquito larvae in the water.
What if I don't want to put mosquito fish in my fountain?
The vector control inspector told me that if you don't want fish in your fountain, you can just run the fountain and you won't have a mosquito problem. But if you don't have something that recycles the water, like in an unused swimming pool or spa, then using mosquito fish is the best and easiest solution. Make sure all of your windows and door screens are in good working order. If you have any holes in your screens, mosquitoes can get inside and bite you. Make sure you repair those holes.
I have a couple of small holes in my screen, and it seems like too much work to fix the whole screen for just a couple of little holes. How big of a hole do I have to have for me to repair the screen?
The mosquitoes in Orange County are pretty small, so they can get into a hole in a screen that's pretty small too. Repairing any size hole will keep out all pests, not just mosquitoes. It's better to be safe than have a house full of pests. Make sure the gutters around your house, both in the street and on your roofline, are free of debris and the water is freely flowing in the gutters. Any water backing up in these gutters with the vegetation in it can be an excellent breeding source for mosquitoes. Make sure the rain gutter downspouts on your house are in good working order, and make sure they properly drain like they are supposed to. If you collect rain in a rain barrel, make sure it is screened to stop the mosquitoes from breeding in that water. You can make a quick and easy mosquito-proof rain barrel with a trash can, some window screen, and a few bungee cords. When you are gardening, make sure you thin out dense vegetation to discourage adult mosquitoes from resting there. When you are sitting outside, you can use a fan to keep the mosquitoes away. Mosquitoes don't fly well, so if it's windy out, either naturally or from a fan, you can better protect yourself from mosquito bites. Wear repellents when you are outdoors. You want to make sure the repellent has been tested for safety and efficacy by the Environmental Protection Agency. The most recently approved active ingredients in repellents that have been approved by the EPA are DEET, picaridin, oil of lemon eucalyptus, IR 3535, and catnip. If you wear repellents, make sure you always follow the instructions. And finally, contact the Orange County Vector Control District if you are having a mosquito problem and have them help you find out where the mosquitoes can be coming from. Mosquitoes can live in something as small as a bottle cap. They only need a 1/4 inch of water to complete their life cycle. Many times, small ponds can be made by over-irrigation on lawns or in other vegetation. Many times, broken sprinklers are actually create a water source for mosquitoes. Make sure all of your sprinklers are in good working order and make sure the water isn't getting into any containers that can become mosquito breeders. Mosquitoes may bite when you are enjoying nature, like when you are out birding or walking. Make sure you take the proper precautions when you are out during mosquito times. Mosquitoes may bite when you are enjoying a day at the park, walking your dog, watching wildlife, riding the train, walking, riding, golfing, or even barbecuing.
I go down to the creek a lot, and sometimes I see little things moving in the water. Are those mosquitoes?
They could be mosquitoes. You should contact the Orange County Vector Control District and let them know where you found the potential mosquito source. They can go out and check it out to make sure it's not a mosquito problem. Mosquito larvae often live in slow-moving water along creeks, lakes, and ponds. Contact the Orange County Vector Control District if you see any mosquitoes in any of these water sources when you are enjoying the outdoors. Many times when people are out gardening or working around the house, they don't think about taking the proper protective steps to protect themselves from getting bit. And when you are protecting yourself from mosquitoes, make sure you're protecting your pets too. Keep your pets in at night when mosquitoes are active, and make sure they are on a flea control program that also controls for mosquitoes. You want to make sure your pets stay safe too. There are approximately 22 species of mosquitoes in Orange County. Not all mosquitoes bite people. Some are host specific. For example, some only feed on amphibians. Mosquitoes breed in many different water sources, from backyard fountains to gutters to marshes along the coast. In warm weather, mosquitoes can progress from egg to adult in about 1 week. Female mosquitoes lay eggs in or near water. They can lay from 100 to 400 eggs at a time, usually in a floating group called an egg raft. The egg raft is about the size of a fingernail tip and is visible to the naked eye. Within a couple days, the mosquito larvae emerge from the eggs and live in water. Larvae hang upside down and breathe air through a tube at the end of their tail. During this phase of their life, they eat algae and bacteria. When they feel threatened, they dive down to the bottom of the water source. They wiggle as they swim, and this is the source of their common nickname, Wiggler. As the larva matures, they outgrow their skin, grow a new layer of skin, and shed the old one. This process is called molting. After the 4th grow-molt cycle, the mosquito enters the pupal stage. They do not eat during this stage, just like in the chrysalis and cocoon stage of butterflies and moths. Mosquito pupae are also referred to as tumblers, and this is because of how they move in the water. A few days later, the adult mosquito emerges from the pupal case and flies away. Adult mosquitoes eat liquids such as flower nectar and ripe fruit. After mating, the female seeks a host from which to bite and suck our blood. She needs the nutrients in our blood to produce eggs. When feeding, she inserts her long proboscis into the skin, injects saliva, and sucks up the partially digested blood. If she is infected with pathogens, such as bacteria or viruses like West Nile virus, her saliva can contain those pathogens. When she injects the saliva, the pathogens will enter our blood and can lead to infection. In most situations, it is not effective to control adult mosquitoes. The best method of reducing the number of adult mosquitoes is to control them in the younger stages. Mosquitoes live 3/4 of their life in water. The easiest way to control for mosquitoes is to make sure you don't have any water around your house or workplace. There are several things we can do to reduce mosquitoes around our homes and neighborhoods. Carolyn from the Orange County Vector Control District and my doctor both gave me a whole bunch of advice about West Nile virus after I was diagnosed. For example, about 80% of the people that get West Nile virus do not show any symptoms. About 20% of the people that get infected with West Nile get something called West Nile fever. The symptoms of West Nile fever are fever, headache, your body can have aches. It's very similar to a summer flu. About 1% of the people that get infected with West Nile virus get something called West Nile encephalitis. This is the really bad version of the virus. These people need to go to a hospital because the virus infects the brain or the spinal cord. The only good thing about West Nile is that it's a blood-borne disease, and that means you can only get it by transmitting blood. You won't get it from normal contact with a person that is infected, like you can get infected with regular flus through common contact. It was a terrible experience, but I learned about proper attire, when mosquitoes are active, how to look for breeding sites, where they live, and how easy it is to remove standing water, to use mosquito fish, why window screens are needed, why roof gutters need to be clear, how to screen a rain barrel, how to thin out shrubs, use a fan, use repellents, how to protect myself outdoors, and where mosquito adults hide.
For more information, contact the Orange County Vector Control District at 714-971-2421 or visit our website at ocvcd.org.